This is Mr. Beck Does Your Homework. This is AP Physics, homework number 3.1, questions 12 and 13, a two-part question that ties it all together. Consider the 684 Newton weight held by two cables shown below. The left-hand cable had tension T and makes an angle of theta with the wall. The right-hand cable had tension 720 newtons and makes an angle of 31 degrees with the ceiling. What is the tension in the left-hand cable slanted at an angle of theta? Answer in units of newtons. And then, what is the angle that the left-hand cable makes with the wall? So let's start off with a free body diagram. I have a force of gravity down, in this case 684 newtons, right? I have a tension here, which I'll call Ft, and that's 720 newtons. And I've got this tension, which they've just called capital T, so I'll just call capital T for now. So what do I know? I know this is 720 newtons. I have an angle that this one reaches. This is 684 straight down, and this one is going at some other angle. So let's see if we can split this up and figure out what components are. This tension of 720 newtons makes an X and a Y. So I'm going to redraw that one that comes this direction as Ft in the X direction and an Ft in the Y direction. I'm going to take this tension, now I'm just going to call that one T, because that's going to have a T in the X direction and a T in the Y direction. So now I can have an up and down and a left and a right. So if I had a new free body diagram that had all my components in it, well, I would have gravity down. I would have this one, which is Ftx. This one, which is Tx. This one, which is Fty. And this one, which is Ty. So now what do I know? I know that these two must equal this one. I know that this one must equal this one. Right equals left, up equals down. So let's do up equals down first. I know that my Ty plus my Fty must equal my Fg. My Ty I don't know, but my Fty should be easy to figure out because it's 720 newtons and 31 degrees. So if I drew that as a triangle here, this would be 720. This angle here is the same as this angle here, so opposite interior, right? So this is going to be 31 degrees, and this is going to be my Fty, and this is going to be my Ftx. Ooh, I'm off the page. Ftx. So 31 degrees, Fty, and Ftx. This one is going to be my Ft times the sine of theta, and this one is going to be my Ft times the cosine of theta. So Ft is 720, theta is 31, so I know these two. So now I'm going to slide back here a little bit. So this Fty is this one, Ft sine theta, so that's going to be 720 sine 31, and that equals my force of gravity, which is 684. So now from this, I know what my Ty equals, because that's just 684 minus that. Does that help me here yet? What is the tension in the left-hand cable? Not yet. I've got my tension in the Y direction. How do I get my tension in the X direction? Well, I know from this that left equals right. Left is just my Tx. Right is going to be my force of tension, this one, this Ft, in the X direction. So that one I figured out was Ft cosine theta, so that is going to be my Ftx. So my Tx is going to be my force of tension, which is 720 times the cosine of 31 degrees. So now I've got a Tx and a Ty. Guess what I can do with those? I can Pythagorize. So I know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I know Tx squared plus Ty squared equals t squared. So I can square root that and get my T equals. That is going to be my answer to what is the tension in the left-hand cable. Now it wants the angle theta. Well, let's see what this looks like. I've got a Tx pulling this way. I've got a Ty pulling this way. I've got a hypotenuse T that goes this way. I guess I drew that a little bit too high. And I want to know this angle here, okay? So if this is TY and this is the angle, well, that angle there, I know that this is opposite that angle and this is adjacent to that angle. So be careful that you don't solve for the wrong angle. So that angle there, I know, whoops, off the board again. Here, let me just slide it up. That angle here, TX is opposite, TY is adjacent. So I know that the tangent of theta is going to be TX, my opposite, over TY, my adjacent. So theta is going to be the angle whose tangent is TX over TY. And that solves your question number 13.